Hi beloved friends, this is Virendra Diyar. This is very early in the morning. You can see the eastern horizon still beaming reddish light, which is indication that the glazed, resplendent, refulgent, radiant sun is yet to rise. And beloved friends, if we are very careful and very sincere to make our life very peaceful, happy and successful, blessed with enlightenment and wisdom, we should also just learn lessons from the sun, that sun cannot be hidden longer. It will be always rising in your life. That is, remember the great statement made by a great philosopher and thinker, courteous advisor to the Persian king Cyrus. I quote, "I reminded, O king, and take the lesson to heart, that there is a will on which the affairs of man revolve, and its mechanism is such that it prevents any man from being always fortunate." Beloved friends, what I am talking is the great discovery of the enlightened Siddhartha, the Buddha. He wanted enlightenment and salvation from the cycle of birth and death, because after due deliberations and long years of meditation, he became enlightened and he discovered the true meaning of life, and he said to live is to suffer. And the root cause of all suffering is unwanted desire, the beastly desires, loves and fishes, selfish motives, in which the person is just like an insect in honey. Stick to it so deeply that the greed makes the person suffer like hell. Beloved friends, he also taught, when the desires, unwanted desires, sorrow will all vanish. The shadow of sorrows and the scorching fierce fire of suffering will vanish if the person really understands the meaning of life. And that he suggested follow the Eightfold Path. Means everything is truth, judicious, following the path of peace, love and non-violence. That is the real meaning to be happy in life. Beloved friends, so the life is really not a bed of roses. It is really a very scorching suffering if you are not enlightened and if you are not brave. And in that context, your courage must come for your rescue. You must be brave enough, you must be bold enough to undergo all those sorrows and suffering by persevering, persisting, seeking, striving the various ways and means to be happy in life. And then we have to follow those philosophy which Buddha taught, which the great Christ taught, and which Confucius and others, so many great souls who visited this planet Earth, taught us. But today, at this moment in this visit, I will be really trying to emphasize that once reverses are coming to us, when we are beset with troubles, and when our hopes seem but futile, and when we are met with troubles all around us, the dark clouds of hurdles, misfortune, adversities, they are surrounding us, and the life seems gloomy, there seems no hope, but yet we have to remember that these all uncongenial circumstances happen to come to every human beings. But they were brave heart. They took the bull by the horns. They met all those reverses face to face with a lion's heart, roaring and always believing with tremendous faith that one day all these things will pass on. As the great Abraham Lincoln said, that these moments will also pass. Nothing is permanent. Everything is perennial and transitory. If we are having suffering and sorrows and griefs, they will also pass away, and the days of brightness, success, glory, name, fame and love will also dawn on us. So we have to be patient. Be not impatient in delay in reaching the prosperous, glorious moment of your life which you have dreamed and desired, but be patient, struggle, and our strength grows out of our struggles. Everything, every experience which we gain in life is never a waste. It brings some valuable lessons to learn, and we should be really very, very confident and live a life taught by the great on that path, the path of truth by Buddha, the stainless beauty and serenity and poise and calm and disciplined life where there is nothing but only happiness. And moreover, once you don't have all those nefarious bestial desires, you will be really living a life very, very peacefully and happily. That is basically purpose of life. Life is not your will and desire. You are born here, and that is the nature law, that is the natural law which God has defined. This earth is visited by lot of souls, human beings, birds, beasts, animal, plants, and they are defined and given a particular period to be on this globe, on this particular earth. Everyone has to leave this earth. So when you are living on this earth, we must follow the path which is really taught by all the great philosophers, thinkers, poets, authors and writers who are the saviors of this planet Earth. And also, in the time of reverses, we have to really face it very boldly and very courageously. In that context, I remind you, one of the great poets, William Ernest Henley, he was a victim of natural calamities. At a very early age, he lost his legs, and he has a very serious problem. Throughout his life, he has only sorrows and suffering, but these all adversities, misfortune, hurdles, obstacles, difficulties make him an iron man, and he started believing in himself, and he believed nobody else. And he composed a poem, Invictus, Unconquerable, that can really remind us that if we have really belief and faith in ourselves, and if we saturate our mind with such great thoughts of bravery, valiance, boldness, courage, we can really live very happily and peacefully. Even in thorns like a rose, we can smile, and we can spread fragrance to the world and say, look, I am under all these deplorable conditions which is beyond my control. Still I am very happy and peaceful because the thought of peace, happy and prosperity, that is only in our control, and so still I am smiling like a rose among the thorns. That is in your heart. But this needs enlightenment. Buddha also lived on this planet Earth under all these circumstances which are equivalent to ours, but yet he has killed desires, and he was always following the path of truth, everything pure, no evils, no stands, but only purity in thought, in action, in vision, in mission, in livelihood. Everywhere he was following truth, truth, and he said ultimately, I am truth, I am truth. And as Christ said, my Father and I are the same. What my Father does, that I imitate, and no action of mine can be wrong, because ultimate wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment is with God. So these great divine souls connected their mind with that of God, they read the mind of God, and their action were never wrong, their thought were always perfect and pure, and they really illuminated the dark hearts of the souls suffering on this earth. The tempest-tossed souls learn lessons from these Invictus, unconquerable great hearts. And so I just remind you the lion-hearted roaring words of William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever God may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this pleth of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shed, yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Beloved friends, if you really try to understand the meaning of this poem, it is conveying that the thought in the mind has made us what we are by wrought was thought and built. Your mind is the master power that molds and makes. And man is mind, and even more he takes the tools of thought and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. Man thinks in secret but came to pass. The environment is but his looking glass. So what I want to convey, dear friends, just saturate your mind with thoughts of bravery, the thought of greatness, the thought of purity, the thought of perfection, the thought of emancipation, the thought of smiles, the thought of joys, the thought of love, the thought of serenity, the thought of purity, truth, justice, serenity, non-violence, and you will be really liberated from all the shadows of sorrows, and you will never be scorched in the fierce fire of suffering, because as you sow, so you shall reap. Giving is receiving. To every action, there is always an equal and opposite reaction. So, beloved friends, by thinking, you will really act, and as you act, so you build your character, and as is your character, so you will be shaping your life, and that way you can be creating an environment where your life will have energy, strength, peace, love, everything else. A being of power, intelligence and love, and Lord of his own thoughts, tempest-tossed souls, you are blessed with the transforming and regenerative agency through which you can build your world, the world of true peace, joy, happiness, serenity, enjoyment, and there is nothing on this earth which will not be your slave, because you are the master of your fate and you are the captain of your soul. You are the molder of your life, the builder of your character, and shaper of your destiny, conditions and environment, because you have one thing in your control, the mind, the invictus mind, the great mind. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can really achieve for you. And you also remember, the world's battle don't always go to the stronger, the faster man, but sooner or later the one who wins is the one who thinks one can. But beloved friends, you should be very serious about it. You have to ask yourself what you want in life, and then you demand from life. You demand from life. What you demand, you will get it. And that has to be the noble aspirations. Aspiration. Cherish your vision. Dream lofty dreams. But all those success will be giving benefit to you, and simultaneously it should be also beneficial to the entire humanity. That is the true success. And then can I assure you very confidently and very strongly that this sun will rise in your life, and you will be really having no dearth of anything, because the supreme thing will be your peaceful, serene, poised, steadfast, benevolent, kind, compassionate, enlightened status, and for such humans nothing is impossible. And then you will be. Yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And which is more, you will be a true son of the God, my friends. Think greatness, think peace, think love. Dwell on such noble thoughts, and your life will be blessed with all the abundance. Everything what all the greats have achieved, you can also achieve that. But only thing is that you have to control your mind, discipline your mind, and the mind should be always in a abode of calmness, serenity and poised. No turbulence thing can disturb you. That will be through only mastery of thoughts. So I conclude, tempest-tossed souls, wherever you are, in whatever conditions you are living your life, in the ocean of life, in the blessedness, let me see you face to face. In the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling. Keep your hand firmly on the noble and great thoughts. The sunny shore of your ideals are waiting your arrival. In the bark of soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. Your self-discipline is really your mastery. Calmness is your power. And if you dwell in always in the purity of thoughts, that is your real mastery. And say unto your heart, peace, be still. I love you and thank you. Be happy. Strive to be cheerful. Strive to seek and find the path of purity, prosperity, success, and the progressive realization of the worthy ideals of your life. Here is your real salvation, the real, purposeful, meaningful, living a valiant, gallant life, and the whole world will emulate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.